We lie all the time, and you lie, and I lie, and everybody lies. And if you tell me that you don't, you are lying as well. And we are coming down to the most interesting topic: how to spot a liar. There are a few new studies that prove that body language can be deceiving. For example, screaming. A lot of people would think, or it was considered before, it's one of the signs of lying, which is not true. Because when we lie, actually we have less physical activity in the body. We use our hands less. This Mamma Mia style of Italians is not involved anymore because it's too hard for our body to make two processes separately, which is a brain activity to keep with a lie and also to use our hands. Next one also was proven wrong, that for a very long time it was believed that if a person, when somebody asks a question, would look at the upper right corner or lower left corner, this means that and that means that. It's not true, and it was proven because each person, when he is in the mode of recalling something, can have their own patterns being completely trustful. So before identifying if the person is lying or not, just based on this pattern, you have to know for sure how this person usually recalls normal, truthful facts, and to see if there is any change. If this is normal for a person to look down while he remembers anything, then all of a sudden he looks in another direction, then it can be one of the identification of the lying. Next sign of lying is being not congruent. In Europe, there is a country, Bulgaria, where Bulgarian people saying yes shake their head, so they say yes, and no is no. And if you try to repeat it, it would just feel weird. It would be strange for you because that is not congruent for us. For example, you ask somebody, so how do you like my outfit? And the person replies, it's wonderful, you look amazing, it's amazing. So you see the tension on the face, almost like animals with such a little bit of aggression, or when you see wrinkles of sniffing, right? Something disgusting, something unpleasant, like a stinky smell. It automatically says that it's the person being non-congruent and it's a lie. How did you like new movie or new cake? The same reaction. It's wonderful. It's great. Or also with hands, and the person says yes, but his hands are as a protective mode, saying no, I don't want it, but lips say yes. That is being non-congruent. The next one is speaking in sentence fragments. How was your interview? Was good. So this is a fragment. It's not a full sentence, there are no details, and it can be some of indicators of lying. The next one is grooming your hair, touching your face, touching some other parts of your body. It can be hands as well, because while the liar is lying, he needs to comfort himself. But here it's important not to confuse, because when a woman is flirting with a man, she also can be playful and touch her hair, or to groom her hair, or often to touch her lips. Listen more than you speak. Liars tend to speak more than truthful people in an attempt to sound legitimate and win over the audience. They will also use more complex sentences to hide the truth. Be wary of the following. Stress usually makes people speak faster. Cracking voice also can be an indicator of stress or a lie. Repetitive coughing and clearing the throat are signs of tension. But it doesn't mean if somebody is clearing the throat or coughing, is necessarily lying. So you have to understand that it just can be a health issue, it can be tension, but not necessarily lying. But this isn't to say that your interlocutor is lying just because he's clearing his throat or coughing a lot during the conversation. The next one is pay attention to how they say no. No is a keyword to know if you're suspect someone is trying to mislead you. A person is often demonstrating deceptive behavior when they say no and look in different direction. No, or when they say no and close their eyes. No. Say no after hesitating. Say no stretched over a long period of time. Say no in a sing-song manner. And watch my lips before I say anything. How did you like something? And I start with, I love it. It was beautiful. So it just our instinct. It means shut up, close off, or be mute. My lips don't exist, that's why I don't want to use them. Usually we do that when we don't want to speak about it, not necessarily saying the truth or a lie. It's just one of the indicators that we don't want to talk about it. And now about the most entertaining is Pinocchio nose. When we lie, our noses itches because our body releases chemicals, namely catecholamines, which cause the tissues inside the nose to swell. The increased blood pressure makes the nose swell and causes the nerve ending inside the nose to tingle, thus making it itchy. When Bill Clinton was grilled, he became tongue-tied, frequently broke his gaze, and touched nose very many times. According to the Smell and Taste Foundation in Chicago, the foundation president, Dr. Alan Hirsch, has previously published research revealing that erectile tissue in the nose expands when a person is sexually aroused. But his new research shows that such engorgement also takes place when a person is lying, causing inflammation and desire to touch the tip of the nose. Next one is ask the story backwards. Truthful people tend to add details and remember more facts as they repeat their stories. Liars, on the other hand, memorize their stories and try to keep them the same. If they add details, they often don't add up. If you suspect someone is being deceptive, ask the person to recall events backward rather than forward in time. For example, start at the end of the story and ask them to explain what happened right before that point, and then before that, and go on. Liars often simplify the story to avoid contradicting themselves. Next one, be aware of too many compliments. And don't get me wrong, there are genuinely nice people in the world, but watch out if somebody is trying too hard to make a good impression, agreeing with all of your opinions, constantly offering you praising, or agreeing to do exactly what you want. It just doesn't look authentic, doesn't it? Now, body clues. The hands. Liars tend to use gestures with their hands after they speak as opposed to during or before a conversation. The mind is doing too many things, including making up the story, figuring out if they're being believed and adding to the story accordingly. So normal gesturing that might normally happen just before a statement happens after the statement. So I am telling the story and my hands don't move. Once I finished, I relaxed, and then I can say something using my hands. The study found that those who lie are more likely to gesture with two hands, and those who tell the truth just with one hand. And the accuracy of the study is that 40% of people who were lying were using two hands, and only 25% of those who were telling the truth were using one hand. Next one is facial clues in eyes. Someone who is lying might stare away in crucial moments, and a possible sign they are moving their eyes around as they try to think about what to say next. The 2015 study conducted by the University of Michigan also found that those who lied were more likely to stare than those who were truthful. And It was such an amazing result because it was found that 70% of people who were lying were staring at those people who they were telling the lie to. 70%. Next one, physical, is a change in complexion. Have you noticed when somebody is super nervous or lying, just looks like a white ghost? Sweating and dryness. Autonomic nervous system changes can trigger liars to sweat in the T area of the face, upper lip, forehead, chin, and around the mouth, or have dryness in their mouth and eyes. The person might excessively blink or squint, lick or bite their lips, or swallow hard according to glass. One is content of speech phrases such as, I swear to God. You know what? I am going to tell you the truth. Or this time, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'll be honest with you. Frankly speaking, I have never told it to anybody, but I'm gonna say it to you. Especially that happens when you are dealing with somebody who never uses phrases before. I swear on the grave of my mother. I swear to Jesus. I swear. Some phrases that are not normal or common for this type of person. Next one, of course, is slip-ups. We are not born naturally great liars or beautiful liars, so for that reason, we slip up. Notice when somebody says, I was fired. Oh, wait, I quit. That is a slip. Also, what is interesting, that the research shows that people are more truthful in the morning than in the evening or during the day. Because when you just wake up, everything looks great, you don't have time, you're just stretching out, and in those relaxed moments, you can ask your partner about his or her feelings towards you. More likely, he or she is not going to lie because it's more difficult in the morning. And even better, before breakfast, before digestion system starts working in your body. To finish it all up, it's very hard, really, for us to identify lies. Only less than 54% of people can identify a lie or a liar. Even though we all lie, isn't it too strange that we are not capable of identifying liars? And one of the reasons is because we used to deceive ourselves. We lie to ourselves absolutely beautifully because that is very convenient for us. That's why we don't acknowledge or don't notice red flags in other people. I'm gonna be truthful and I'm gonna tell you the truth. It was such a hard time for me to record this video. But I hope that you enjoyed it and that it was helpful for you to identify lies. And if you have any comments, please leave it there and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.